Another video, you know what I'm saying, from SunnyV2, the Twitch streamer who faked his disability. Now, I think I heard about a story like this before, but we're gonna be going more in depth about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see exactly the creases, the depths, the crevices. We're gonna find out all about that from SunnyV2. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Zillion claimed that he had been in a wheelchair since 2011 after being involved in quite a serious car accident. In mid-2012, around a year after the incident, he'd go on to create a Twitch account before gaining a reputation for his personality, gaming skills, and finally, his physical disability as a wheelchair streamer. Within months, Zillion OP had become a Twitch partner and was streaming to an audience of between 200 and 400 viewers per stream, leading to subscriptions and donations, fueled in part by Zillion's unfavorable physical circumstances. As a whole, in the beginning, there was absolutely no reason as to why the audience might assume that, for some reason, Zillion wasn't actually disabled. That would be until January 2013, approximately 6 months after beginning his streaming journey, when Zillion OP's promotional Facebook page would be hacked, creating initial suspicions that his apparent disability was nothing more than one giant hoax. The hacker, who seemed to have known Zillion personally, began publicly posting to the Facebook page in posts that confidently suggested Zillion was able to walk and was therefore a fraudster, swindling sympathy money from his audience. Don't get angry, Zillion, just walk away from the computer for a minute. I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's a chip-in button for a charity. Let me steal your money, maybe. We're not like you, sir. We wouldn't mess with your PayPal. Unlike you, we're above stealing money from those in need. Hey guys, I'm sick. Donate to me to pay my hospital bills. I'm giving away a keyboard that was given to me by another fool who doesn't care that I scam my viewers for money. Hi guys, who wants to raise money for some kids? Daddy needs a new set of legs. Did some squats tonight, my thighs are on fire. Please stop DDoSing my legs. In spite of these posts hinting that Zillion was a fraud, the hacker didn't post any actual evidence proving that this was in fact.
You can't. You just look crazy though. You just look crazy. Like you can't. You just look mad fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. You come up on here. You already hacked the nigga account, right? So that's the first thing. You already hacked him, so you already getting looked at in the negative, like. And then you turn around and start talking shit about him without no evidence. Like that's really not helping your case right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's a bad case. That's a terrible case. You understand what I'm saying? But
case. Therefore, Zillion's Facebook audience simply assumed that the hacker was a troll who was using the opportunity to publicly mock Zillion's handicapped status.
Yeah,
however, in light of these posts, the audience would notice that Zillion did have a history of engaging in fraudulent activity for his own personal gain. For example, on the 10th of January 2013, just 10 days before his Facebook was hacked, he'd be banned on Diablo 3 as a result of beginning his stream whilst having a botting script active. The incident will be shared to Reddit, where it received over 700 upvotes, with a post also explaining that Zillion lied to his audience about the ban, stating that it was for account sharing as opposed to the reality for botting. Although the craziest comment on this entire post was without a doubt this one. It makes me question whether he is really in a wheelchair. Maybe it's all just part of the act to garner sympathy. While this comment was only speculation at the time, only 4 months later on the 5th of April 2013, something would happen while Zillion was streaming, proving this Reddit comment correct, whilst ending Zillion's entire career.
I thought that was more recent.
Watch, check it out. Get on your mount and follow me.
Maybe I don't want to follow you.
When it's easily outgeared.
Don't. No!
We took our dog.
This the clip. Okay, yeah, this the clip. This the clip right here. Nah, this is a clip. This is the clip. This is the clip. This is the clip. Bro, like, come on, bro. That nigga then forgot. He done been walking around so long, he forgot he wasn't supposed to be. Fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That's a terrible way to go out. I ain't gonna lie. Terrible fucking way.
Oh my god, we took our dog.
Look, you could even hear the person on the call. She was like, oh my god, just reacting. That she tried to like switch the subject. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, bro.
Our dog. Oh my god, we took our dog. Like to the fish shop today because the dog loves just like going out.
Wait, if I remember correctly, didn't something else happen?
And I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like he's cuddling.
The nigga trying to turn the camera down.
If you believe that actions speak louder than words, Zillion turning his camera downwards to hide his empty wheelchair was basically the same as him saying, I've just exposed myself doing something that I definitely shouldn't have been doing. His girlfriend seemed to realize this as well. She was the one in the background of the call telling the story about their dog.
Oh, that was
the second
her?
Zillion gets up, she pauses mid-sentence, then lets out a very panicked, oh my god,
oh my god,
before going on to tell some very rushed, possibly improvised story about heading to the fish shop earlier that day. After Zillion's camera was turned away from his empty wheelchair, the stream would end. However, the chat would continue to discuss what they had just seen, and seemingly in a state of panic, Zillion joined the discussion by both gaslighting and lying to his audience about what happened.
And I think the first comment that nigga said, what the fuck did Zill just stand? I ain't gonna lie. Imagine you watching someone who says and appears to be, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, disabled, like in a wheelchair, and then you turn around, you know what I'm saying, you look to your right, you look up, you look back, you see the nigga just stand up. What the fuck? That nigga said, what the fuck? I pushed off my chair and ate it. What? Fucking dog. Oh, wait, shit. Oh, fuck. This is him talking. He trying to gas her like he said, okay, bet. No, I fell. Raffle. Nah, that's some 2013 shit for a raffle. No one fucking says raffle anymore, nigga. What the fuck? Zillion OP. I pushed off my chair and ate it. Oh, the fall, okay. The fuck, you alright, man? Fucking dog. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I figured you were holding yourself up with your arms. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Did it look like what? Look like you stood up? It did look like, okay, you were trying to stand up. You look like you were standing up. Is he alright? He was dumping water on my wires. He got back to the keyboard. He is okay. I'm pissed and in pain. Angel threw himself out of his chair to grab the water. Man, your dog is in pain in the ass. Oh, your dog is a pain in the ass. Wait, so streams over and the dog's being annoying. I need to fix myself. I'm messing with wires, pointing at my dog, dump water on everything. I would try and be back.
Had just happened. WTF, did Zill just stand LOL? No, I fell. I pushed off my chair and ate it. Oh my gosh, Zill. I'm gonna say, it did look like you stood up. Is he alright? LOL. He got back to the keyboard, he is okay. I'm pissed and in pain. Wait, so the stream's over? I need to fix myself. And my dog dumped water on everything. I will try and be back. It hurts to breathe. I hit my side on the corner of the desk. Poor Zill. I'm gonna die for a few. I will try to be back soon. Is he walking? Yeah, he stood up and walked, then the camera went off. The viewer known as Indie Rocker, who had written this final message, would then take to Reddit shortly thereafter, continuing the discussion around what had just happened. Indie Rocker here, felt so gypped when I saw him stand up and walk, called it out and all my comments were deleted straight away. Wish I hadn't donated money to this guy. Zillion deleting any comments calling him out instantly suggested that he was guilty. His story didn't exactly add up either. If he had really fallen out of his seat, how was he able to get up and move the camera so that it was no longer facing the empty wheelchair? Additionally, after the VOD was clipped, viewers noticed that Zillion walked away without any problems, as seen in the reflection of the fish tank behind him, and in the wake of this discovery, the fraudulent moment would be shared to every corner of the internet. The person who originally hacked Zillion's Facebook page would also find the clip, prompting him to log into the page once again before making another hacked post which stated, "So, what a day. I wake up to be informed of what has happened. I read all the articles, all I can say is karma. You deserve everything you have coming to you, Zillion. I do hope you put those legs to use and get a real job. You owe a lot of people money now. What I find funniest about this is your terrible cover-up of it all. The streaming business is a much better place without creeps like you in it. Oh, and by the way, this isn't James. It's Matt in brackets Hypno, you fool, with Hypno being an old friend that Zillion used to stream with from around 1 year prior. However, an I told you so hacked Facebook status was only the beginning of the repercussions against Zillion OP. When Twitch would learn of the fraudulent activity, his account would be banned permanently, with an official statement by Twitch reading, "The Twitch broadcaster Zillion OP did indeed have his channel closed and his partnership contract terminated on the basis of fraud. Moving forward, we'll be offering refunds to those who subscribe to his channel through Twitch. We have zero tolerance for this type of behavior, and the character demonstrated in this situation is truly reprehensible. His actions are a huge slap in the face to Twitch community members with real disabilities such as Aaron and groups such as Able Gamers, who have helped spread a message of inclusiveness and positivity to not only the Twitch community, but gaming as a whole." However, this was still only the surface of what would become the Zillion OP disability rabbit hole. In July 2013, just 3 months after his massive expose, a user by the name of Inigo Montoya TV would upload a video titled Zillion and Panthoria Meet OMFG, in which Zillion can be seen standing up straight with seemingly no need for any wheelchair assistance.
There's Zillion. He has legs. We got Zillion. It should be. It's live. They're gonna go nuts. They're gonna be like, what, Zillion? Because no one's seen you since it went. He has no beard. Look at this. No beard. Look at how much he lifts.
Interestingly, Zillion had also shaved his beard, making him almost unrecognizable, which might have been a deliberate move to avoid further public humiliation. The beard would make a comeback when Zillion started streaming on Hitbox TV in 2015. However, he'd find little success given his obliterated reputation, so there was really no discussion about the streamer for 7 whole years between 2013 and 2020. However, this would change once again when the internet would discover a channel that looks suspiciously familiar, going by the name of It's Bluish. The streamer running this suspicious page was clearly Zillion, and it would hilariously be the person who originally hacked his Facebook page in 2013, who would once again expose him on the livestream fail subreddit in a post reading, "Streamer Zillion OP banned for faking a disability, has returned under a new alias and just got partnered." However, this is where the story takes a bit of an interesting turn. With Zillion having somewhat of an audience once again, he'd begin to put forward numerous pieces of evidence showing that he had actually been in a wheelchair during the early days of his streaming career. In one notable moment, he'd pull up his Facebook before showing numerous wheelchair photos whilst out in public just prior to beginning his streaming journey.
My beard's much shorter there. I was in the wheelchair beforehand. Me at concerts, me out traveling, me out doing everything. This was just like I was in a wheelchair. I did get better, and I am obviously no longer in a wheelchair.
Unless for some reason Zillion had lived a year of his life in a wheelchair for the sole purpose of looking disabled prior to beginning his streaming journey, it was basically confirmed that Zillion was most certainly disabled, or at least had been temporarily. This is where Wavy Web Surf comes into the mix, who's another YouTuber here on the platform. Many of you will already know exactly who he is, but we'll still leave a link to his channel in the description below. After Wavy Web Surf would learn of Zillion's return in June 2020, in conjunction with the newly found evidence that Zillion was disabled at least to some degree, Wavy Web Surf would conduct an hour-long interview with Zillion to get the full story from his perspective. Throughout the interview, it feels as though Zillion is speaking in a way that's truthful. It doesn't feel like he's trying to hide anything. So under the assumption that this whole discussion wasn't yet another lie, here's what they discovered. Firstly, Zillion wasn't lying about either the car accident or needing to be in a wheelchair.
I was in a wheelchair for 2 years. I was in a car accident, which put me in a wheelchair for more than a year prior to streaming.
And therefore, the disability was never fabricated out of the blue in order to gain extra donations.
And you know, with these Facebook photos, that just by you showing those photos that you created a fake, you know, disabled personality, that's completely not true. And
correct. The problem was that at some point in the journey, there was clearly a shift from not being able to walk to being able to walk.
When I started streaming, I needed it like completely.
Okay.
It was my 100% go-to. If I needed to go to the bathroom, I was getting out of my bed, pushing myself in a chair and going to the bathroom.
However, none of this was disclosed by Zillion at any time. Therefore, he'd conclude that his lack of explanation about where he was at in his journey was one of his biggest shortcomings.
Do you feel like you screwed up in the sense that, like, when you are integrating your disability so much in stream that it may have put off a certain image that you were wheelchair bound when you weren't? Are you willing to admit that perhaps not updating people was a mistake there?
It was my biggest mistake, not updating people. I should have been open about the recovery from day one. My wheelchair is part of my stream, and it's something where people see me do wheelies and something people see me stuck in. I should 100% have been like, hey guys, today at physical therapy, I walked 2 steps.
Yeah. That would have helped.
What an exciting day for me, and I didn't say a damn thing.
The way that Zillion talks about his past mistakes clearly shows that he's learned his lesson. He knows that he approached it terribly. Yet, despite his clear remorse for what you might call the mismanagement of the situation, Twitch would still remove his new It's Bluish account for ban evasion. It seems a little unfair given his clear display of remorse, as well as the fact that it happened over 9 years ago now. However, it did seem like Twitch was in the process of unbanning his OG Zillion account, so perhaps he'll have another opportunity to do his stream the right way in the future.
Hey bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's okay. This story is a little bit better than it was because like you actually was in a wheelchair. It's not like you would just pull a fucking wheelchair out your ass and you was never fucked up at all, never messed up, never disabled at all prior to. And you pull a wheelchair out and like, oh shit, fishing for fucking, you know, like money and donations and stuff like that and views and stuff like that. and sympathy. You were actually, you know, disabled, and you was just like going through the process of getting better, but you just like stuck with it because you had it and it was working in the beginning, so you just stuck with it. That is, like he said, the person who's interviewing you, like he said, that's where you messed up. You see what I'm saying? You should have been up. You should have been updated. You should have been letting them know. But still fucked up for fraud and deceiving people, because you was good at that point now. You know, like before you weren't, but now you could walk now. So you keeping that act up and making it seem as though you can't. That's the thing right there. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? It's a good vid. Messing with it. Nice vid. You know what I'm saying? WV2. You know what I'm saying?